For joining us.
Well, the governor's educational savings account proposal, often called the school voucher bill, advancing today after hours of debate and some moves we don't often see.
It also comes with some specific changes for Knox County. Now, we have been following this measure since Governor Bill Lee rolled it out during his State of the State address. We've also seen it evolve along with the debate, and we've seen plenty of opinions as well.
Our State Capitol newsroom reporter Chris Bungard covering education tonight from Nashville.
Couple of hours here in the Tennessee House as one version of the governor's ESA voucher bill is passed. Almost 2 hours of debate over the ever-changing education savings account or voucher bill ended for a while with a tie 49-49 vote on the Tennessee House floor. It meant the bill might have to come back on another day, but in an extremely rare move not seen since the income tax votes of the early 2000s, the tally board for House members was left open to change their votes. Assistant House Republican leader Ron Gant and Knoxville Republican Jason Zachary were no votes that supporters tried to sway. When Zachary flipped his vote, the measure was announced passed by a margin of 50-48. But Zachary said it came with the promise that Knox County would be removed from places where students would be eligible for the $7,300 yearly in ESAs or vouchers for parents to use as they choose for their children.
They had that conversation with the speaker, with the governor, and so we reached a point where we were able to come to an agreement that Knox County will be taken out.
Among those working hard to get the votes was Governor Bill Lee, who members said was calling them personally, while lawmakers were tied 49-49 in the vote for his bill. Up to 15,000 students in Davidson, Shelby, and Hamilton counties would be eligible for the ESA vouchers under the latest plan in the House if Knox County is removed. Also still in the bill, the rest of the state's 91 counties are eligible for separate grants worth millions to help things like teacher pay or construction. But right now, the House version of the ESA voucher bill is very different than what is moving through the state Senate here. Reporting from the state capitol, Chris Bungard.
All right, Chris, and we will have much more from Representative Jason Zachary. That will be coming your way tonight at 6 o'clock.
Now, over in the state Senate today, its version of the bill passed a key committee. The major difference is that only students in Davidson and Shelby County would be eligible for the ESAs or vouchers.
Differences would, of course, have to be ironed out in what is called a conference committee. Ahead of that debate, the Knox County Education Association president, Tanya Coates, posting this video on Facebook, the demonstration outside KCEA offices in the form of a mock funeral. The group's message that this ESA bill puts the state on the brink of death of public education.
We want to make sure that kids are educated. And we don't say that schools are failing, but they're doing their very best with what we have. And if they had that kind of money for this ESA where they said they had $25 million that would help, they should have been given us to the public schools ever since it started.
Now, another group, the Southern Christian Coalition, calling the voucher bill, quote, morally irresponsible and saying it fails our children. On the other side of the issue, the executive director of the Tennessee Federation for Children says pushback from teachers' unions is about losing control. Quote, these defenders of an unacceptable status quo are only upset that power in education will now reside with parents instead of bureaucracy.